Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Morning.
Okay. All right, morning.
Does the camera work?
Yes, Aaron, it's perfect.
All right.
Hello, Debbie.
Morning.
Morning. Good to have you here.
Good morning.
Hello, Maya.
Hello.
Hello, Katarzyna, and hello, Joanna as well. It's great morning. It's a great morning to start one and the only international IATEFL Poland conference, but also very special moment for today, because we are going to hold a 6th edition of public speaking competition of IATEFL Poland. IATEFL Poland is International Association of Teachers of English as a foreign language in Poland, and our mission is to work for the benefit of teachers and students, and therefore we've got a lot of initiatives. One of the initiatives is the public speaking competition, and we are so honored that you have taken part in this competition and that you went so high in your expertise and in your skill of public speaking that you are here with us. It's a great pleasure.
Thank you. It's a pleasure for all of us. Thank you.
Here with us, we've got Debbie West, who's one of the members of the jury. Hello, Debbie. That's great to see you.
Hi. I wish I were there with you guys.
Yeah, we've been missing a meeting.
I know, it's been
a
hard.
long time.
It's been difficult.
Yeah, but we have what we have. We decided to organize it virtually for the sake of the safety. We hope that the next year we're going to, we're sure that we meet face to face. Can I say that we are sure about it? I don't think we can be sure about anything.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wait a bit. We still have some time. We've got 14 participants. Let's wait for. Okay, I have great pleasure as well to welcome Małgorzata Bukowska-Ulatowska, who's the Vice President of IATEFL Poland and who has worked very hard to make this public speaking competition come true. So bravo to Małgosia.
Thank you, Marcin, and I will join you in a few minutes.
As you, my dear young friends, know, or maybe you don't know, we are just preparing for one of the biggest conferences of teachers of English in Poland. So somewhere in Warsaw at Warsaw Polytechnic, there is a studio, there are cameras, and there are people running like crazy chickens to kind of do everything to prepare to the conference. But I think I could introduce you more of our competition. And let me just. And I need to tell you that today, this year, our association celebrates 30 years. So hooray! That's why we are holding the conference, a special, very special conference for us. This is being held today on Friday and Saturday, and in cooperation with Studium Języków Obcych at Warsaw Polytechnic. Our opening plenary will be by Professor David Crystal, and it's going to be entitled Future of Englishes. So many Englishes around the world. We are going to work in 5 rooms, online rooms, and our conference will last until very late today and tomorrow. We are going also to have a great guest, Alan Maley, who is one of the people behind the beginning of IATEFL Poland. There was the guy who 30 years ago said to Polish teachers, "Hi, why don't you kind of make an association? Why don't you kind of work together to help each other?" So that was very, very important moment for us. Public speaking competition in this edition had motto, and the main topic was climate change, a threat or an opportunity. And for the past few months, we've had public speaking competitions on the local first school, and then local and regional levels. And today we meet to speak, to have the grand finale for public speaking competition on the 17th of September. Climate change, a threat or an opportunity. The jury that will be today with us is Joanna Rączkiewicz-Kołacka, who is a lecturer at Lublin University, but she's also a very experienced teacher and teacher trainer, and also our IATEFL Poland special interest group coordinator for English for specific purposes. So English not as a general way of communication, but rather English for academics, English for specific jobs. We've got also Debbie West, who is a representative of TESOL France. She's a teacher of French. She's a teacher of English, a long friend of IATEFL Poland. And Debbie is also into education programs. And apart from teaching in France, she's also a teacher trainer, and she's very often at, well, actually every IATEFL Poland conference that I remember, I met Debbie. And we'll have also David Fisher. And David Fisher is an actor, professional actor, but also founder of the Bear Theatre. And the Bear Theatre is a unique institution which provides the plays, the dramas, the small sketches for the benefit of young people, simply to introduce them to literature, history. They are based in Czech Republic, the Bear Theatre. And David Fisher also is a teacher trainer and teacher. And this is the jury that is going to be working today. Officially, we are to start at 10, so we still have some time. And if you have already checked your sound, maybe I will ask everybody step by step to say something. Just wait a minute. If you can hear something, I'm just gonna shut the window. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm back. So we've heard Debbie and we've seen Debbie. That's great. And now Aleksandra Niedzielska. Can you please say something?
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. But if you could put the volume of your microphone a little bit up, that would be much better.
Okay, I will try in a second.
Mm.
It's nice to see you, everybody.
Okay, it's not loud enough. Okay, the jury must hear you very well. So you still have got some time to work it out. Okay. Now, Darren.
But I'm a teacher.
Okay, sorry, I just okay, that's fine. So Darren, okay, so can you say something more? Just we check if everything is okay.
Hello, good morning.
Mm.
It's good to be on a final.
Good volume, thanks, fantastic. And now next person that we've got is Joanna Borowska. I assume that Joanna.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher of one of the contestants. Marcel is here next to me. So I hope the sound is good.
Okay. If Marta can say something, we would.
Yes, Marcel, come and say something. Okay.
Like 1, 2, 3 testing or whatever.
We have to check the sound. Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, perfect, fantastic, good. Okay, and then we've got Julia. Hello, Julka.
Hello. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah. Debbie, is it all right? Okay, perfect. And now if we could listen to Kacper.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. Perfect. And then Maximilian.
Hey, hello. Nice to be here.
Good. Well done. Thanks, Debbie. Is it all right? Is the volume okay?
Yes.
Perfect. Fantastic. Okay, so then we would ask Kacper Jasiński.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We talked, right. So, sorry. So then we've got Katarzyna Szabelski is here. Everybody from this side. Okay, guys, I will be muting you if you're not speaking. I will have this privilege to mute you. Okay, I will admit other people. Okay. Okay, and now I think we've got, we should have everybody. Okay, and one more person admit. Hello, Joanna. And hello, David, our great members of.
Hello. Hello, good morning to everybody.
Hello from me as well.
Fantastic. Okay, I've been just testing the connection of our participants, and also would like to once again to welcome the great, fantastic jury, Joanna Rączkiewicz Gołacka.
My pleasure.
Who is the representative of IATEFL Poland, the lecturer, teacher and teacher trainer from Lublin, and also special interest group coordinator for IATEFL Poland into English for specific purposes. And
good morning again.
and also David Fisher, who is a fabulous professional actor, but also a teacher and teacher trainer. And the most important to me, the founder of the Bear Theatre. And the Bear Theatre, based in Czech Republic, is a great institution, as I have already mentioned before, which inspires the young people and teachers about history and literature. Debbie and Joanna and David, would you like to say a few words? Now you've got the...
Well, I think it is time to wish good luck, okay, to all the participants, and do your best. You are definitely well prepared. Well, we are very optimistic about what we are going to experience in a moment. So just relax, take your time, and do whatever you can to perform the best way you can.
Yeah. For me, I've been involved a couple of years in the jury, and for me, it's always so amazing the work that you've done and the way that you can produce language and even give a speech. So I'm totally positive about what's going to happen. So I really appreciate it. And I know that you'll just do well. Just remember, your strong points and let it come out. That's what I can say.
Yeah, and I'll say I'm honoured to be in this jury. What a lovely little group we have here. So I'm honoured to be here. Thank you for inviting me. And like Debbie said, and Joanna, I'm just looking forward to it very much. And the one thing I'd like to add is I had the honour of doing some workshops sometimes to prepare people for this. And the main thing is, just like the other two said, please relax, please just enjoy it. And I'd just say also, even though it feels like a competition, you've got nothing to prove. You've done it by being here. You've proved it. You're here, and whoever gets chosen to win, I've run competitions myself, and I've usually been surprised by the winner. It doesn't, even if you don't win, it doesn't mean you weren't. It doesn't even quite work like that. So yeah, exactly. Please just relax. Just share your story. Share what you want to do, and share it with us, and enjoy being here. And that's all of it, really.
Thanks a lot, David. Thanks a lot, Joanna. Thanks a lot, Debbie. You can always look at public speaking contest details at iatefl.org.pl. You can see the website address down below the jury. And now let's reveal the order of appearance of our participants just before the contest. We had just kind of randomly assigned you to the time slots, and I just need to inform you or remind you that our meeting today is recorded, both for the benefit of you, because later on maybe you will want to listen to what you have said, but also simply to inform others about this public speaking competition. So we decided to start with high schools, and the order is the following. Murtan Michał, 10:05. Julia Amelia, is it correct, or is it a mistake? Sorry for that.
It is okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, I just didn't want to make a mistake, but I did. Julia is at 10:12. Then we've got Julia Konarzewska, we've got Kacper Jasiński, Maja Słomian, And then we've got primary schools with Maria Grodzka, Maksymilian Bartusz, Zuzanna Barańczyk, Marcel Kaźmierkiewicz, and Piotr Kostecki. Later on, we're going to meet bilingual students with Helena Wiecheć, Darren Malgeri. I hope I didn't mispronounce your name, Darren, and Angelica Edwards. Okay, we are slowly are able to start. I just want to once again remind you that today with us is Małgorzata Bukowska-Ulatowska, the Vice President of IATEFL Poland, and the great advocate of public speaking, and one of the main organizers of this edition. Małgosia, would you like to say anything?
Thank you, Marcin, for this nice introduction and taking care of us for the last couple of minutes. I would like also to thank the jury for this warm welcome. I hope it will help our participants. I hope they will not get too nervous at the very beginning. And now I guess it's time to start the finals in an official way. So let me just say that on behalf of IATEFL Poland board, I would like to welcome all of the students taking part in the competition, all of their teachers, our lovely jury, and the whole audience. Thank you for joining us today. And as David mentioned, I would also like to congratulate all of the participants. Getting to the finals means that you are already the winners. So please remember about it. And huge thank you to all of the teachers for your support on all levels of public speaking contest and getting to the finals with your students. Public speaking contest is the celebration of beautiful English and also meaningful content. And this year we are dealing with important ecological issues. So I guess there's nothing more to say. Just let's enjoy it together. Thank you.
A lot. Thanks a lot. And I think we could start. And as I have already mentioned, the first person to speak is Michał Multan. Michał Multan.
Hello, glad to be here today. Am I audible? Am I visible? Is it
Oh.
right?
You could be, your volume could be a bit up.
How about now? Is it right?
It's still a bit.
Okay, how about now? Excuse me, how about now? Is it okay, or should I still put it up?
It's not that much audible. Make sure that your microphone is close enough, and you may also adjust the settings on the computer. And relax, because we still have a bit of time.
Okay, okay. No, sorry, I don't think I can actually make it any more audible than it is right now. I'm afraid that's not the option, as going without the mic is even worse, as far as I checked on other competitions.
Debbie, will you be able to?
I can't hear him.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's very, very low.
And I'm terribly sorry, but I cannot hear much either.
Well, this is the loudest I can speak and the loudest my microphone can go. So I might as well just, well, scream or something. But I don't see any options to make it any better. At least not the Zoom.
Michał, also we need to see you.
Is it any better now? Or maybe now, is it any better? Well, I guess not then.
Is the sound on your computer all the way to the maximum?
Yes, it is, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll try to, maybe at the recording it will be better. Okay. So I'll try to quickly send the recording also to Debbie and to David and to Joanna. Okay.
Just excuse me, how about now? Is it any better right now?
No.
Okay.
David, we can't hear you.
Okay. So there is no way this could.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dave, you're right. And I'm saying I'm okay because I've got the headphones on, so I'm getting enough of it through the headphones. But
Oh.
So Debbie, maybe if you could have the headphones, that would be also. Yeah.
I mean, it's not loud and clear. It's nothing I can imagine, but.
So, Mr. Fisher, is it all right right now? Is it audible? In any sense?
Let's just wait 1 minute for Debbie and.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
No, that's. I think we just got used to it in the last 2 years. That's.
So ears are tuning in.
It did work.
Try now.
How about now? Am I audible? Am I visible?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
Good.
Well, okay.
It's not top, but
it's not great, yeah.
Good. Michał, I think we can agree that you can start. So, Michał Multan, the floor is yours.
This world, as we know it, has two main ways to cease existing. Either going down in a post-atomic winter or in fire and heat of global warming. I believe... Excuse me, Mr. Fisher, could you... This world, as we know it, has two main ways to cease existing. Either going down in a post-atomic winter or in fire and heat of global warming. And at first it might seem as though the first of those two looming scenarios is more likely. After all it takes is one person pressing a button. Yet I believe that climate change is far more dangerous. Let's compare the most basic metric, probability. How likely is a nuclear war? Well, if even the people who man nuclear weapons don't believe that they're ever going to fire, I'd say it's pretty unlikely. And remember, all it takes is not pressing the button. Lack of action is what it takes to prevent this disaster. How about global warming's probability? Well, not to put too fine a point on it, it's over 100% is already happening. There is no ephemerate or any potentiality that we are looking here at. It is on, it is our reality. Moreover, in order to stop this giant process, we need to take action, the most robust, coherent, and daring action humanity has ever undertaken. And within this action lies opportunity. Actually, the only instance where words climate change and opportunity could be put into one sentence is when they are accompanied by words such as mitigation, prevention, or combat. And this just shows how grave of a threat climate change poses to us, where the only possible aspects of it are embedded in fierce combating of this global issue. But coming back to the opportunity, to me, it manifests itself at the different stages of the fight that awaits us. First, there is the unique opportunity that will require us to stop, take a step back from our daily pursuit of more wealth, more power, more resources, and rethink our whole approach. Because if we don't know where we are coming from, we can't know where we are going. And climate change will push us to reflect on what it is that we strive for as humankind and as individuals. After we establish where we are coming at, then is the time to draw and evaluate the means by which we'll get there. We are pushed to create innovative and efficient solutions that can and will change the lives of many people around the planet for the better. This will mean spreading green innovation throughout the world, engaging left-out communities, and focusing on sustainability and stability. And this will require international cooperation and interhuman trust on an unprecedented scale. Climate change might be the catalyst to the new era of global cooperation, because it is the most pressing issue. Yes, but there are many very important, but a bit less pressing issues that could be resolved the best when attributed with this new global gravity. So today, I want my speech to leave you with the message of hope and trust that through tackling its biggest challenge, humanity will grow stronger. We saw time and time in the past century that the message of hope is also always accompanied by the message of peace. And it's no different in this case. For the biggest opportunity I see in addressing climate change through global cooperation is that via the means of inclusive participation, we might put an end to war. We've seen it happen in Europe, that the more we cooperate, the more we might disagree, yes, but the less we wage war. Yet the key is, as always, to start, to reach out to others, and to start acting like we mean it. Thank you. And before I leave the floor back, I would just like to ask if I could just disconnect because I want to get back to school before my break ends. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Michał Multan, I'm sorry, Michał Multan. Thank you very much. You can disconnect if you wish. Thanks. And now thanks a lot, Michał. Yeah. And let's introduce this good tradition of thanking the speaker, just as Michał has suggested. So please try at the end of somebody's speaking, show him your appreciation, okay? In online public speaking environment or on online public speaking groups, it is accepted that either you show that you clap or you do it like this, okay? So that's a good thing to remember. Thanks, Michał, and Joanna, Debbie, and David. Are we ready? The next person to prepare is Julia Emilia Smuczyńska.
Okay, can you hear me and see me?
Yes, good. Let's just make sure Deb, Dave, and Joanna is all right?
Yes, it is perfect.
Okay, then Julia Emilia Smuczyńska. The floor is yours.
The whole world is going to hell in a handbasket. In fact, the climate is changing, the earth is burning, and in the midst of despicable scandals, violence, and a worldwide pandemic, it is hard to put your mind around it. Yes, climate change is a threat, but also a huge opportunity. An opportunity to heal the world and make it a better place. To come together and save our planet. Barack Obama said that we are the first generation to feel the effect of climate change and the last generation who can do something about it. But what exactly can we do about it? Today, I would like to tell you 3 things you, the average Joe, can do. Eat the rainbow, wear vintage clothing, like I am today, and reuse, recycle, and extend the life of your devices. Let's start with something delicious. Eating the rainbow. Eating the rainbow means eating all the colorful fruit, vegetables, and grains Mother Earth has to offer. Stop eating meat. Why? Because the impact of meat production on our climate is enormous. Take this in. Nearly all the driving of every vehicle and flying of every plane in the world doesn't cause as much damage as the meat industry. Meat production is a business which requires land to sustain itself. So forests are slashed and burned to raise cattle and grow crops to feed animals which we later eat. If everyone ate a plant-based diet, we would need 75% less farmland than we use today. The second thing you can do is wear vintage clothing. Why? Because the apparel industry accounts for 10% of global carbon emissions purchased each year, not to mention the billions of liters of water used for fabric dyeing and treatment. Do you really need 10 pairs of jeans, knowing that it takes nearly 4,000 liters of water to produce just one pair? Go raid your grandparents' closet, buy something unique on Vinted, choose quality instead of quantity. The third thing you can do is reuse, recycle, and extend the life of your devices. You don't need a new version of your phone or computer every 12 to 18 months, do you? Do you know what happens to the unwanted devices? They get shipped to developing countries and thrown into landfills or burned. Out of sight, out of mind. Right? Wrong. Computers and most electronics contain toxic materials, which when released into the atmosphere can cause damage to human blood, kidneys, as well as the nervous system. When e-waste is burned, toxic chemicals are released into the atmosphere, which they damage. And when e-waste is thrown into landfills, toxic chemicals seep into the ground, affecting land and sea animals. I urge you to take a look at images and videos from what is known as Toxic City in Ghana, where the largest e-waste dump exists. If we all start now, we can make a difference and create a better world for all of us. But it is the last moment to do something about it. It is a last-minute ticket to a better future. Take it or leave it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Julia. And the next speaker who prepares is Julia Konarzewska. Julia Konarzewska.
Yes. Hello.
Julia, I assume that your connection is no good at this point. Julia Konarzewska. As well, okay.
Pleased to be here. Is it better now?
No,
Is it better now? Can you hear me?
okay, let's wait for Julia a bit. If Julia can't make it now, we will put her at the end of the list and we'll try once again. Okay, Julia is reconnecting. Julia Konarzewska, are you with us?
There. Okay.
Can you please say something more just to test the connection and your audibility? No, we can't hear you. Oh. Julia, Julia, we can't hear you. And could you please work a bit on the connection, and we'll put you.
I'm saying all the time. Is it good? Oh, is it good now and now?
Julia, could you please try to arrange
And can you hear me now? I'm sorry.
Julia, no, it's fine. Okay, that's good.
Can you hear me? I don't know what's going on.
Julia, you know what? I don't think we can work like that.
And now? Hello?
Yes. Yes, Julia. From time to time we can hear you, but it's not.
Is it good?
Julka, it's not working.
I can't. Can you hear me or not? And now?
Powiedz coś więcej. Please say something more.
I'm trying, but
Okay.
I have.
Okay, Julka.
And now?
No. Julka, zapraszamy cię po Mai Słomie.
Well, I don't know what to do.
Julka,
then.
Julka, Julia, we are going to.
I don't know what's going.
We are going to let Kacper Jasiński speak now.
Okay, so maybe I'll.
And let's meet after Maja Słomian, okay? So let's meet around
Okay, can you hear
10:30.
now? Is it good? Is it not?
Julka, przenosimy cię na koniec, okay?
Okay.
Julka, popracuj nad połączeniem, napraw połączenie i wróć do nas za jakieś więcej 10-15 minut. 15 minut, dobrze? Czy słyszałaś mnie, Julka? Okay, let's then, without much further ado, move on to Kacper Jasiński. Kacper Jasiński, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear me well? Yes. And in this distance also? Yes, now?
Come closer.
Closer, okay. Now it's okay? Yes? Okay.
The screen is not changing, huh?
Not yet.
Okay, so after the beginning, it will. Okay, thank you very much. Climate change, a threat or an opportunity? Asked such a question, I suppose most of you would say a threat, as it is the negative side of climate change which is usually debated. And yet, I reckon that there are new, literally endless opportunities for businesses, industries, and services that climate change provides. Let's take a look at the Brown family 10 years from now. The Brown live in a modern house, air-conditioned, where a lot of energy-saving technology have been implemented. They get their energy from a local wind farm. Both Mr. and Mrs. Brown work remotely. For their holidays, the Brown drive an electric car to Poland. Sounds unrealistic? Utopian? Well, in fact, almost every aspect of the Brown's life is related to climate change. Let me explain. Climate change is predominantly due to global warming, which is caused by the ever-increasing layer of greenhouse gases, among which carbon dioxide seems the main culprit, as it is the main byproduct of burning fossil fuels. To alleviate the problem of greenhouse effect, we must do two things simultaneously. A, we must reduce the consumption of energy in general, and B, we must produce clean energy. As far as A is concerned, saving energy by constructing energy-efficient buildings is the biggest challenge, as well as a chance for the infrastructure sector. The Browns save energy by working from home instead of driving to the office. They can do that thanks to telecommunication companies, which provide a range of innovative services and products. When it comes to B, dirty energy should give way to clean energy from renewable sources. This in turn creates numerous opportunities for various branches of industries to invest in, benefit, and profit from the production of clean energy. Electric cars, solar panels, and wind farms are just a few examples. Okay, so far I've been talking about the prospects created by our need to avert negative consequences of climate change. But climate change, with its main manifestation, higher temperature and extreme weather conditions, is a fact. And whether you like it or not, it will allow a lot of industries to thrive. Firstly, we'll need to drink more. For producers of cold drinks, bottled water, and ice cream, the future looks bright. Secondly, air conditioning. The higher the temperatures, the greater the demand for air conditioners, and an unrivaled opportunity for some companies to cash in on climate change. Next, the insurance sector. Climate change is connected with severe weather phenomena, which may lead to higher insurance premiums. In other words, a golden opportunity for the sector. Last but not least, tourism. Tourist destinations such as Mediterranean countries will no longer be as attractive as they used to be, since the rising temperatures will make them simply too hot. Therefore, more central countries and northern countries like Poland will greatly benefit from climate change, becoming extremely popular for tourists, especially in high season. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just touched the tip of the iceberg. There are ample possibilities for countries' economies to benefit from climate change. But we should not forget that there is also an unparalleled opportunity for us, individuals, Homo sapiens, to become more sapiens. Stop wanting more and more, make do with less, reduce consumption, and do not abuse, but cherish and protect our common treasure, planet Earth. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now? Because I tried to work out the connection problems.
Marcin, unmute yourself, please.
Good. Yeah. Thanks a lot. We have just heard Julia, I guess, but now let's move on to, well, Digiri. Are we moving to Maya Swamian, or can we? No, Julia is not with us. Okay, so we are moving to.
No, yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, you're here.
Can you see me?
Dear Jiri, please suggest who would you like to hear now? Debbie, David, and Joanna. Who are we listening to now? Julia? Julia, could you please say a few things just so we can check?
Yep. Hope you can hear me. Sorry for the problems.
Okay.
I think we can listen to Julia.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you
I
so
agree.
much.
I'd agree.
So
sorry for the problems. Hope my speech will be good and worthy of hearing.
Relax, relax. Everything is all right.
That happens. Thanks. So Julia Konarzewska, over to you.
All right. So every millennium has its own earth-shattering issues that not only pose a threat to the world that has already been known, but also became the trademark of each and every turn of century. 21st century doesn't follow the tendency. Climate change doesn't fit the scheme, although it has a detrimental effect on not only our environment, but also became a part and parcel of our daily life, which makes it even more dangerous. All of us have probably heard about the environmental outcomes which we will be facing because of our climate changing. Today, I'd like to look at it from different perspective, probably more illustrative to our fellow human beings, meaning economy. Great concentration of money being one of our many vices, maybe will finally pay off for the environment. Climate change is affecting each and every domain of our lives. In business, without serious steps towards making it even more eco-friendly, they're more likely to go bankrupt. Investors won't be immune to our climate changing. Moreover, private sector plays a pivotal role in transformation of economy towards being more eco-friendly, as I already mentioned. They have no choice but to accept the necessity to move towards being more on the green side. Talking numbers, meaning examples, climate change will reduce global income by nearly a quarter and poses a great threat to, for example, agriculture or real estate. The long and short of it is that the fight against climate change is just a good business strategy. Besides its detrimental effects that climate change is provoking, a thought about fighting against climate change, it provokes a thought. Although the detrimental effects, the whole problem is provoking a thought and making us think about what we can do for the environment. Even because of our economic needs, companies are obliged to make a transition towards renewable energy. That's why they're making pledges to decrease their carbon footprint and invest in a low carbon economy. They need long-term price signals. That's what business needs, stability. What also fills us with hope is the transformation among the biggest concerns. For example, in Saudi Arabia, although having the world's biggest oil reserves, they're still looking for renewable solutions and they're locating the majority of their funds in nuclear power. They hope to enjoy it by 2040. All in all, everything, which are going on the green side, all of these presented facts show that environmental issues greatly influence the world of humans. If climate change also concerns economy in such a way, then it has gone far beyond being only environmental. Wouldn't you agree? Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. That was Julia Konarzewska. And now...
Excuse, just a second. I need to go back to class. Is it a problem if I log out?
That's
Sorry.
Okay. That's good. That's life.
Thank you so much for your attention. It was a pleasure to be here. Have a great day.
Thanks a lot. The same to you. All the best. And our great jury is working hard into the grading sheet, and Maya Swamian is preparing.
Yes, thank you so much. Before I start, I would just like to say that I am terribly sorry about my voice. However, I've caught a cold and I'm actually pretty sick right now, so sorry about that.
You're doing great. You're doing very, very good.
Okay, thank you. I hope it won't, interrupt my speech. Or thanks.
Okay, wait, before you, Maya, start.
Okay.
And Debbie and Joanna, are you ready? Okay. Just a minute, okay? Just
yeah, okay, of course.
Moment. Now, just in front of their computers, the jury is looking into tables and trying to, well, put appropriate numbers into given spaces. So. Okay, the next speaker is Maya Swamian. Maya, over to you.
Thank you. Okay, nowadays the topic of climate change is being brought up more and more frequently. People all over the world gain awareness of what is happening on our planet and try to stop the negative consequences of climate change. However, that makes me wonder if this phenomenon is necessarily wrong, or is there more to that issue than meets the eye? Exploring that topic further, I'd like to discuss and present my take on how climate change introduces us to new threats and opportunities. First things first, climate change has already had observable effects on the environment. We can witness more intense and dangerous droughts, such as the LA drought in 2020, storms and tiresome heat waves. The scientific community alerts us to continuous temperature rise, which greatly affects marine life, which is extremely sensitive to any changes in its surroundings, and humans who now have more difficulty with growing crops than ever. Furthermore, climate change has a direct impact on different species and ecosystems. Due to the fact that those changes are happening extremely fast, many plants and animals are struggling to cope. Many of them have already moved to new locations, and some of them are on the verge of extinction if global temperature continues to rise. Moreover, climate change causes ice melting due to rising temperature, which greatly contributes to global water level rise. Global water level is, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Global water level is rising about 3 millimeters a year. However, this rise is occurring at a faster rate in recent years. Even a small increase in global water level can lead to devastating effects on coastal habitats. For example, it can cause destructive erosion, flooding, damage to our houses, and lost habitat for plants and animals. On the other hand, climate change may present some positive outcomes. For example, recent studies have shown that up to a certain point, crops grow better in the presence of higher carbon dioxide levels. It won't last forever though. At some point, those crops will become overwhelmed with the amount of this chemical compound in the air and will stop absorbing it. Another positive outcome that comes to my mind is the fact that frozen regions up north, such as the Canadian taiga, the Arctic, or Siberia, may experience plant growth and increase in animal variety due to rising temperatures. Taking all of my arguments into consideration, I am convinced that climate change presents a great threat to humankind and to the ecosystems on the earth. Although it might present some positive outcomes, yet I believe that it's clear as day that no matter how many positive effects climate change may present, the negative ones will always be more afflictive. To sum up my ponderation, I would like to quote Sir David Attenborough, a famous historian and traveler, who said that the climate change is the biggest threat to security that modern humans ever faced. If we continue on our current path, we will face the collapse of everything that gives us our security: food production, access to fresh water, habitable ambient temperature, and ocean food chains. The poorest, those with the least security, are certain to suffer. Our duty right now is surely to do all we can to help those in the most immediate danger. And on that note, I would like to end up my address to you. Thank you so much for listening. It was a great pleasure that I was able to share that beautiful experience with you. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot. That was Maya Słamian. Thanks a lot. That's the end of the first part of our contest. And in a minute, we are going to move on to the next part, namely the primary schools. I'll just remind you that in primary schools part of our competition, we'll have Maria Grodzka, Maksymilian Bartusz, Zuzanna Barańczyk, Marcel Kaźmierkiewicz, and Piotr Kostecki. Dear participants, please prepare, take a sip of water, and the first person to speak will be Maria Grodzka.
Sorry, I just wanted to thank you very much, and I will disconnect now. So good luck, all next participants, and see you.
Thanks, Kacper. Maria, before you start, could you please let's check your audibility, your connection.
Okay, can you hear me?
There is a bit of a noise in the background, like whistling or something.
I'm sorry, I don't think I can do anything with that.
Well, that's I think that's yeah.
But can you understand me, what I am saying?
Debbie? All right, that's fine, Maria. Good. Okay, good. Let's just wait for the jury to get ready. Debbie, you're muted. Okay, just 1 minute.
Yeah, I just have a question. I'm not sure of your definition of primary. What age range is that? The first were the oldest, yeah?
Yeah.
And now you have the ones just under that?
That's right. That's
okay.
right. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Just to give you
it's like 11 to 14?
Yeah, just
I am 13 and I'm in 8th grade.
Okay.
Just to give you the appropriate quote.
Okay, can I start?
Just give us a minute. Okay.
Right.
So it should be the primary school that we expect that we had in our contest were the students of 7th and 8th class of primary school, which means it's around 12, 13, 14, depending on the years, right? Okay. Debbie and David and Jonah, are we ready? Okay.
Yes, we are.
Then Maria Grodzka, over to you, Maria.
Good morning. My name is Maria, and today I would like to point out something that concerns each and every one of us. I am going to talk about the climate change, more precisely about the global warming. Let us start theoretically. What is the definition of the climate change? Climate change is a long-term change in the average weather patterns that have to define as local, regional, and global climates. Global warming is closely related to the climate change, and that's why I am asking you for a few minutes of your attention. You might have witnessed a situation when a senior person recalls the winter with plenty of snow and freezing cold temperatures. Back then, snow up to the knees was a normal thing. Can you imagine this? So now, let's think of the last winter. The average temperature in Poland was slightly below zero, and snow did not fall until January, and it didn't even last long. Moreover, this has been going on for a long time, and it's not just an isolated case. Let us compare current temperature rises with those of the distant or more recent past. According to the latest studies, the turn of the 20th and 21st century is probably the warmest period in 2,000 years. The warmest period of the Holocene, 6.5 thousand years ago, was 1 degree warmer than the 19th century average. This is due to, inter alia, the combustion of coal and oil, as this produces a very large amount of carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide. For example, detached houses are often heated with coal. Smoke from chimneys, despite appearances, is really dangerous. When the temperature of the smoke equals that of the surrounding air, the pollutants unable to rise accumulate at low height, creating danger for living beings. The next reason for climate changes is deforestation, in view of the fact that plants naturally produce oxygen for photosynthesis. In my opinion, cutting down trees and not planting new ones is a great loss for people. All in all, global warming is an endless story. It's horrible in its effects. It is gradually destroying the environment in a way that is almost imperceptible to the naked eye. It is very dangerous for our planet, in particular for animals and plants. So I believe that this is an opportunity to think about changing our daily routines by making small, seemingly insignificant changes. Thank you for your attention. I hope you found my speech interesting.
Thanks a lot. That was Maria Grodzka. And now the next person to speak is Maximilian Bartosz.
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Just give us a minute, okay, so the jury can discuss the grades. Okay, thanks, Debbie. Thanks, David and Joanna. Joanna, are you ready?
Yeah, I am. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
Fantastic. So the next speaker is Maximilian Bartusz. Maximilian, over to you.
Great. So one day, a small girl called Maria from a little town in Argentina woke up just to find out that her favorite spot to swim and play in the river is now completely dry. And beats me, she had no clue how it happened. More or less at the same time, an old veteran, Mario Legucci, living in Rome, had to change his glasses twice because he couldn't believe what he saw. Snow in the center of Rome. He saw it once when he was a kid, and now, despite being 73 years old, he joined a group of strangers in fun of making an enormous snowman. Honorable judges, fellow contestants, you might all be wondering what these two situations have in common. They are both repercussions of global warming. Now, many wise men said what it is and how it operates, so I'll try to make it quick. You've probably once stayed in a closed car exposed to sun, and as you may know, it can get quite scorching inside. It's because the car windows allow the sun energy inside, and this creates a microatmosphere by not allowing the heat to escape, making it hotter and hotter. And something similar, but on a much, much bigger scale is happening to Earth. While Earth's average temperature fluctuates naturally, over the last century, it has been increasing more rapidly than it used to. And that's the basics of global warming. Now, there are lots of publications. Many conferences were held about whether global warming is a threat or an opportunity. And people are still fighting on both sides to prove their opponents wrong. Now, on one side, it's definitely an existential threat, as it will result in the sinking of some islands caused by sea level rising due to ice caps melting, violent weather catastrophic phenomena, as well as hunger and plagues. But on the other hand, we've got hotter summers and milder winters, a chance for companies to grow larger and reap higher profits from implementing eco-technologies as a solution to the changing climates. And also, as the saying goes, necessity is the mother of invention. Maybe this will be a great step in human evolution. Maybe, for example, we'll invent a material that's a substitute for plastic, really cheap to make, and one which can stand high temperatures, so NASA and SpaceX could eventually use them in their space rockets and the exploration of the outer space to establish future human colonies. Having weighed all pros and cons, I don't think we can look at global warming in conditions of black or white. Yes, it may be an opportunity for some people, and it's okay. But for humanity as a whole, it's definitely a great threat. Probably the biggest and most serious we have ever had to deal with, and we definitely shouldn't ignore it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. That was Maximilian Bartusz. And now over to the next speaker. The next speaker will be Zuzanna Barańczyk. Zuzanna Barańczyk will be the next speaker. Zuzanna, before you start, could you please test out the speaker's microphone?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, that's all good. Good.
So, hello everyone.
Wait, Zuzanna. Just give us a minute, okay? The jury must take the notes.
Okay.
And now the next speaker, speaker. I'm sorry, I've lost my notes. The next speaker is Zuzanna Barańczyk. Zuzanna Barańczyk, over to you.
Thank you. So hello everyone. Today I would like to tell you about a serious problem, namely climate change. It is generally believed that climate change is a weather change, but it's not true because the weather changes from minute to minute, while the climate changes over the years or even over the centuries. So there is a little difference in time. And there are so many reasons why the climate changes, right? Climate change is caused by human activity. And to be honest, present world is full of technology. And of course, because of it, our lives are easier, but it's not good for our planet. Definitely not good for our planet. However, a lot of factories contaminate natural environment. And in my opinion, it's unbelievable, but farmers also pollute the environment with fertilizers and pesticides they use. All pollution caused by human activity is noxious because it gets into the air and we have to inhale it every day. And it seems to be the most dangerous problem. Air is also contaminated by exhaust gases emitted directly into the atmosphere. From year to year, people contribute to the so-called greenhouse effect by additional emissions of carbon dioxide, for instance. And it results in a rapid change of world's climate, and it's the effect of global warming. Global warming is a danger that many places in the world may be flooded, while others may suffer from droughts. In my opinion, these threats are real and should not be overlooked because in the future, we may have to face even more severe problems, right? I think people should start protecting the environment as quickly as possible because even the smallest things count. I don't know, as simple things as recycling rubbish at your home or even picking up an empty bottle on your way through the park, right? Even that, it's so easy to protect the environment, but we just, all of the good things to do, we just need to turn it into our habits. It seems to be easy, so let's start right now. Let's make the planet a better place to live. Let's protect the environment and let's make the planet a better place to live, mainly for future generations. Okay, thank you. That's all what I wanted to say about that. Thank you so much for your attention and have a nice day.
Thanks a lot. That was Zuzanna Barańczyk. Now, the next speaker will be Marcel Kaźmierkiewicz. Marcel Kaźmierkiewicz, please prepare.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Marcel, we can hear you, but we still need some time to get organized.
Yeah, of course. Take as much time as you want. I can wait.
Thanks, Debbie. Thanks, David. Joanna, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Thanks. And then the next speaker is Marcel Kaźmierkiewicz. Marcel, over to you.
All right, so hello again. Today I would like to present my speech about climate changes. And yeah, hope you enjoy. So as you probably know, there's a lot of talk about climate changes these days, but not many people are actually familiar with this topic. Most of the people seem to ignore this matter because they believe it's unimportant or doesn't concern them. And well, this is a huge misjudgment. We need to be aware that our actions have and continue to cause damage to the ozone layer, the animal species extinction, and many other natural disasters. Did we ever really care or were ignorant to this? That is why I have prepared this speech that aims to show how big of a threat are climate changes to our ecosystem and future as a species. Many animal species are becoming extinct because of climate changes. In my opinion, the best example of this is a polar bear. As a result of our actions, the Arctic ice cover is melting at an exponential rate, and the polar bear population is slowly declining. As a consequence of this fact, we see fewer and fewer of them in the wild every year. Changes in climate are also responsible for spreading illnesses such as avian flu and the mutation into new variants of them. Thanks to global warming, local diseases can break out and cause a global pandemic. I'm pretty sure that I don't have to mention what pandemic I have in mind. The weather patterns are constantly changing. Honestly, it's pretty scary that during one generation, the differences between each season change so much. In my parents' childhood, everyone could play in snow and wasn't a surprise when it fell down. It was a normal thing. Nowadays, when you see a snow, start to take photos and send them to your friends. It's kind of a minor matter, but perfectly demonstrates the problem of climate changes. People migrate and leave their countries because of many factors such as war, conflicts, and political instability, but also because of global warming. The situation is getting worse and worse. Many people decide to abandon their homes because of natural disasters such as storms and floods. They're only getting more erratic during climate changes. Problems I have briefly mentioned or highlighted are just the tip of the iceberg, but they are enough to show how big of a problem we are facing on a global scale. I have no doubts that the topic of climate changes will be discussed more because if we don't take any actions to stop them, our future is bleak. So yeah, that's the end. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm really grateful that I could present my speech.
Thank you very much. That was Marcel Kaźmierkiewicz. And now the next person to prepare is Piotr Kostecki. Piotr Kostecki, please test your connection and the microphone. Piotr Kostecki. Do we have Piotr here? Piotrze, czy jesteś z nami? Nie widzę cię na liście, ale może jesteś pod jakimś innym nazwiskiem, imieniem. Okay, let's wait a bit then. Poczekajmy chwilkę. Piotr zapewne jest przygotowany na godzinę 11:11. I'm sure that Piotr Kostecki is going to be ready for his time assigned. So according to the plan, he should be around 11 past 11. So let's wait a bit. Okay. Hello again. I hope all you guys have a good morning. And it cannot be bad since we are in such a good company of great speakers and young people who have got something to say, and they have prepared for a long time. So congrats to all of the previous participants in previous editions, but also congratulations to speakers in this edition that we have heard so far. We still have 4 people to listen. Now we are waiting for Piotr Kostecki. Dear jury, what do you think? Let's wait 2 more minutes, right? I'll just briefly mention that the next next group of our students are Helena Wiecheć, Darren Malgeri, and Angelika Edwards, who are in a bilingual students segment. So far we have heard Michał Multan, Julia Emilia Smoczyńska, Julia Konarzewska, Kacper Jasiński, and Maja Słomian in high schools, and then primary schools Maria Grodzka, Maksymilian Bartusz, Zuzanna Barańczyk, Marcel Kaźmierkiewicz, and Piotr Kostecki. While we are waiting for Piotr, can we just hear from somebody who is in our studio at Warsaw Polytechnic in Warsaw? What is happening there? Małgosia or Dorota or Danuta? I don't know who's there. Can you say a few things? What is happening? You're just preparing for the first. Małgosia?
I'm sorry, I'm not in the studio yet.
Okay. Okay.
So I can't tell you much. I know that Dorota is there for sure. I guess that people are pretty busy at the studio now, so they may not be able to join us here.
I bet. Rob, great to see you here.
I'm just sitting at home enjoying all the talks. So
I'm in fact, I'm in Warsaw at a hotel, so
Rob and Małgosia and Deb and Dave and wouldn't you like to enjoy the sessions like sitting in the conference hall?
Of course.
of course I would, but this is important for the kids. They worked hard for this.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, last year we decided to give up the contest because of the conditions, and this year we really wanted to make it happen. So I feel it's better to have it this way than not to have it at all.
Okay, guys, let's call once again Piotr Kostecki. And if Piotr is not here, I would suggest we moved to the next part, which is the bilingual students. Here, Jerry, Joanna, Debbie, and David.
Is his teacher here? Annette. So.
Nope, I cannot.
No. Wait. Alicia, is his teacher here?
Yep.
Because some of the teachers I saw were in the audience.
Yeah.
Maybe you could contact her. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, I was trying to contact through IATEFL office. However, that's just give me minutes. Okay, I'll try.
How about moving to the third category and then maybe coming back?
And that's what I would like to suggest as well. Why don't we move to the next one, to the last category, and then probably after we have heard all of the participants, go back to and try to call out Piotr again.
Okay, so let's do that then. So now we are moving on to the next part of our public speaking contest. And is Helena Wiechecz with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. Are you ready to start?
Yeah.
Good. Yay, wonderful. Right, that's the spirit. Good. So let's move on. And now in bilingual students segment of our contest, Helena Wiechecz. Helena, over to you.
Thank you. Saving the planet, the threat of the ozone layer depletion. Hello, my name is Helena Wiechecz, and I'm here to address a very important matter, climate change. More specifically, the ozone layer. We all know that the climate is changing drastically as dangerous chemicals such as chlorine and bromine burn holes in our ozone layer. This makes it possible for high amounts of UV light to reach the Earth's surface. The dangerous UV light may result in a variety of health issues such as skin cancer or eye damage. We must change this now. What is the ozone layer and what's damaging it so much? The ozone layer is a part of the Earth's stratosphere, which is the second layer of the Earth's atmosphere. It expands from the Earth's surface up to about 10 kilometers. The ozone layer is mostly composed of ozone molecules. Ozone is a molecule that contains 3 oxygen atoms. At any given time, ozone molecules are constantly formed and destroyed in the stratosphere. The ozone layer in the atmosphere absorbs a portion of the sun's radiation, preventing it from reaching the planet's surface. When chlorine and bromine atoms come into contact with the ozone layer in the stratosphere, they destroy ozone molecules. One chlorine atom is able to destroy about 100,000 ozone molecules before it is removed from the stratosphere. Ozone can be destroyed more quickly than it is naturally created. Although holes in the ozone layer do not cause global warming, they do have a common problem: us. When we release chlorofluorocarbons, which contain high amounts of chlorine and bromine, the chemicals create holes in our protective layer. The CFCs can be found in products such as aerosol sprays, packaging materials, foams, and refrigerants. What exactly are these chlorofluorocarbons? They're chemical compounds which are non-toxic to us humans, but can hurt our ozone layer very badly. I'm not going to go into all the intricate chemistry details, but we must remember how terrible they are. How can we help? There's lots of ways to stop this threat to our ozone layer. We must reduce our aerosol use. For example, spray deodorant, hairspray, bug spray. I have seen many times where girls in my class would just randomly spray huge amounts of their deodorant into the air because they were bored. It always made me feel annoyed because it smelled really bad. But now, when I know what it does to our environment, I can't help but to feel pure rage. We can help by using roll-on deodorant or insect candles. I own one myself, and trust me, it smells way better than those nasty bug sprays. Do I think this is a threat or an opportunity? I think of it as a major threat. Not only is this damaging us as humans, our health, it's also destroying the Earth's surface, as UV lights can be very harmful to the Earth's terrain. We must take action now, or else it'll be too late to save our ozone layer. In conclusion, the steps we take to reduce ozone depletion, which is a serious threat to our planet, will ultimately slow down this dangerous process. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, and I really hope that after my speech, all of you will have the motivation to live a more ecological friendly life. And remember to always use sunscreen in the summer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was Helena Wiecheć. And now the next person to prepare is Darren Malgeri. Darren, before you start your speech, let's wait for the jury.
All right. Just one question: is the light that's not affecting on the camera, or is it?
That's okay, I guess. That's fine. That's better. That's better. That's better. Good. Perfect. Okay, let's wait for the jury to get ready. Okay. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks, David. Joanna?
We can continue.
Okay. Good. So, Darren, over to you. Darren Mulgery.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Global warming is one of the great issues of our time. Articles and books are always itching for a fight over this controversy. Well, now we've got bigger problems on our hands, like coronavirus. But that won't stop us from coming up with a solution for global warming. Safe solutions that won't risk our lives and health, but would bring some fabulous results. I believe that all of you have fresh minds and lots of different ideas that could be discussed. I know a lot of you are creative and ready to give it a shot. So please give us a clue. How can we stop this horrible pollution? How can we save the earth? Some people see as an advantage, but are there any opportunities? Let's look into this, shall we? Some people claim that warm winters and hot summers are a good sign. Well, I'm afraid that sooner or later, the temperature will rise so high that we won't be able to live. Now, the real opportunity is limiting an enormous shopping consumption. We've been spending too much money on useless stuff lately, like on fancy clothes that don't last very long, or on plastic bottles and containers. And later on, we dump all this into the ocean. Fish and other sea creatures consume all this, and they become more and more unhealthy to eat, which sounds more like a threat to us. Like they always say, you are what you eat. Another thing that is claimed as progress is that scientists have been working out on finding an innovative solutions. The technology is developing more and more. That is why the electric scooters, city bicycles, and trains are getting more modern. They are eco-friendly. We've been using cars and other types of vehicles powered by internal combustion motors producing air pollution way too often. They create lots of fumes that harm nature, including animals and plants. Since we are searching for a different source of energy, we can't give up because right now we are destroying an ecosystem. So far, we can conclude that the more we are damaging planet, the more we are damaging ourselves. Not only are certain species going to be extinct, but also we are going to end up on that list. Our evolution is heading to a different direction, to ignorance and arrogance. We are living at a time where humans are taking over the world. It is called an Anthropocene age. So if we want to do something about it, we better do it now. It is obvious that we need to take better care of our planet by reusing plastic bottles, cleaning up the beaches, and so on. But how many people are participating in it? That's what really counts. The more people engaged, the better result we get. So I would really appreciate if more people could be part of this activity. Only that way we can stop the climate change, or at least slow it down. No matter where you live, we are all the residents of our planet. We are all responsible for climate change. Well, then let's save the earth. Thank you all and take care.
Thanks a lot, Darren. That has been great. And now let's welcome the next participant, who is Angelica Edwards. Angelica, before you start speaking, we need to give some time to the jury, but you can take this time right now to check the microphone connection audibility. So could you please switch on your microphone, switch on your camera.
Hi, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. And could we also... Okay.
Hi, sorry. I'm not in great condition because I'm actually on school trip. So I'm sorry for how it looks, but that's
would
what we
it-
got.
Would it be possible to fix the screen in such a way that you are, well,
Well, I can't really
horizontal?
do that because I have like
Just
my phone is here.
tilt it to the left, maybe. No.
Like, oh, like this.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
okay.
That's fantastic. That works now. That's good.
Okay, it's better.
Yeah, it's the way that it should be. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's wait with your speech for the jury to give us a sign.
Mm-hmm.
So Angelika Edwards is the last contestant, and IATEFL Poland office have been trying to contact the previous student that we had as a participant, Piotr Kostecki, but neither Piotr nor his teacher is not available. So that's that. And Debbie and David and Joanna, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, good. So the next and last participant of IATEFL Poland competition 2021 is Angelika Edwards. Angelika, and now your vision has been lost. Okay. Angelika, are you with us? Okay, I guess Angelika.
I think it's her connection.
Yeah, Angelika has to, I guess, relog. And but just as I informed you, I don't think we can count on Piotr Kostecki. Angelika, you're again, and could you please just test the volume, the sound?
Yeah, sorry.
Good.
It
So
disconnected.
okay, so our last participant, Angelika Edwards. Angelika, over to you.
Okay, our environment is something really important. We live in it, and it depends on us in what condition it is. We have to take care of our planet because no one else will do it for us. Climate change is starting to take over our lives. If we would look closer, it's everywhere. We just don't notice it. It's changing our lives, but not necessarily for better. You might ask, what causes climate change? It's emitting excessive amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. They get stuck in the airspace, causing the earth to get warmer. It leads to many horrible effects like melting of the glaciers, which results to increase the sea level. Every year, there's more and more water. Coastal cities are getting flooded, causing disasters. People are losing their lives, their home, their livestock. In fact, you can help those families, not only by changing your habits, but also by donating, because there are a lot of fundraisers for the victims of different natural disasters. In consequences of world getting warmer and warmer are droughts, fires, and extreme heats. In outcome, the agriculture may collapse. In the conditions for farming and growing food are getting much worse. Not only Earth getting completely destroyed, like Amazon wildfires, in rainforest wildfires in 2019. We do try to stop it, but it's usually too late. And the power of nature is a lot more stronger than we are. Because of climate change, there are also more rainfalls in coastal cities. It's a big problem because it's changing the salinity in the water and the temperature. It creates big problems because the conditions for animals aren't suitable, and the changes happen so fast they aren't able to fit in and adapt them. As a result, many of animal species are dying out. I hope that I expressed of how much of a big problem it is these days. But we as separate entities can't really do much, but there still is a hope. People, especially young people, are creating social movements, climate strikes. Even in Poland, in my city, Łódź, there were last month one, and they are also joining youth parties or clubs. So it is getting better, but we still have limited times to fix it. So let's keep working and encouraging others to save the world, because if not us, then who? And if not now, then when? Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And with Angelica, we've exhausted the list of participants. Thanks, Angelica, for participation.
Thanks.
Thank you very much to everyone. Now, I believe the jury needs some time to discuss the results. And Debbie, David, and Joanna, I will put you in a breakout room, if you don't mind, okay? And dear participants, Joanna, please join the room. I have sent you the invite. And dear participants, please wait a bit, and we'll inform you in around 15 minutes about the results. So either disconnect or please stay with us here, and in 15 minutes at around 20 to 12 we'll be giving you the results, okay?
out and I'll come back. Okay, I'll come out and then I'll, oh, there he is. Marcin, are you there?
Wait.
Can,
Yeah, I just needed to unmute. Okay, good.
can you enable us to share the screen, please?
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. I need to wait.
You just go to share screen.
Yeah. Just. I was just talking to Gosha and okay.
Okay, Joanna.
But how?
You go to share screen.
Oh yeah, share the screen. Okay.
And then you should see one of the window that you want, and you click on that.
Yeah. I know how to do it technically, but I haven't done it on Zoom yet.
So when you click share screen, you should have all the windows open. And you choose the one that you have.
I know, but I cannot see the windows. Host disabled participant screen sharing, so they cannot share the screen with you.
Actually, you have to enable all of this.
I'm sure I've done that.
Oh yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely sharing is enabled.
Yeah, I can do it. So.
Well, so unfortunately, I cannot do it.
So you want me to take notes then?
Yeah, if we just read out the numbers and add them up, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Here. I think it's this one. Wait just a minute. Okay, can everybody see? Okay, so I can. Okay, I'll try to type fast. So we want to do the high school first. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so I didn't feel.
So do we need them all, or just like the final score that we came up with, or do you want to put them all in so we can check that?
I don't know. Marcin, do you know if we need to put everything?
I mean, that would be, in the end, that would be good if you were able to, well, talk about it. But for me, the most important is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right?
Well, exactly. But I think that we need the results. So I would suggest sharing the final score, because if we start going through all the points now, well, it may be a bit confusing and may take too much time, but it's entirely up to you whether you agree or disagree with my suggestion.
I'm interested only in the first, second, and the third place, and that's. However, as a kind of a document, I believe it should be filled sooner or later. You know, it's like that because if anyone questions the verdict, which they shouldn't, but they may, we should be able to relate to this somehow, right?
Yeah. I think because it's a Google Doc, we can actually each write on it. But if we want to see, I guess what we could do now is see who we had first, second, third, and if we have any discussion on that, and then after we can each fill in our own.
That's what I would suggest. That's what I would suggest.
So
thanks.
under the content, we put floor and then a slash, so that we know there's 3 different scores. Maybe that's a suggestion. Okay. And then primary. So I can put my final scores for those.
Yeah. But if you like, I can just add up the 3 final scores for each one.
Yeah. I'm missing one, no? Oh, okay. Sorry, I think I messed up. So multan. What did I do with him?
You know what do you think would be the time for the verdict? I would just like to tell the participants 10 minutes.
Maybe we need like 10 or 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay, so let's make it 12 then, right?
Okay. 'Cause I just lost somebody.
So I'm leaving you. Kostecki wasn't with us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm leaving you for now. Dear participants, I've been just at the jury's room and they're still disputing and discussing. I'm afraid that we cannot have the earlier verdict. We need to wait till 12, okay? So verdict will be given at 12 o'clock.
Okay, if we have some spare time, I may say a few words about the prizes. So, as I mentioned at the very beginning, I believe that getting to the finals means that you are a winner, really. As far as teachers are concerned, all of the teachers who prepared our speakers today were invited to take part free of charge in this year's our online conference. And for the teachers whose students will win in each of the category now in the final, so we'll learn about it in a few minutes, you will be invited to our next year conference. So please book the time in September 2022. So this is the prize for the teachers, and in each of those 3 categories that we were talking about today, we will have the best students, place number 1, and this person will receive a prize, which is an electronic ebook. And the prizes as well as the diplomas will be sent to you from the IATEFL office, so you can wait for it. You can expect it soon. So this is it, and probably we will learn in a few minutes who will get the prizes. Okay, so just probably a few minutes for you to grab your tea or coffee or some water, and let's wait for the results.
Thanks a lot. Let's wait till 12. So we've got still 11 minutes till waiting for the verdict. Let's meet here again at 12. You may stay on the line or come just slightly before 12.
Julia Emilia, 39.
39. And I gave 50.
And
50.
I've got 50 for Julia Smoczyńska.
You got 50 as well, yeah?
Yeah. And then, okay, just a
Julia
minute.
Konarzewska.
I'm trying to move my screen. How come it's not moving?
Julia Konarzewska. Oh, yes, I changed the place.
No, Kasper.
Kasper was third. Yeah, I've got him in third.
Kasper was
So
third.
Kasper, okay, Kasper, I've got 44 for him.
44. I have 42.
And I've got 48.
And 48.
48, okay.
And then Julia K.
Julia K, I've got 36.
36. I've got 28.
Oh, I've got 45.
45, okay. And Maja.
Okay, so 45, I'm just writing this down as well. 33.
30.
Maya Slomian, yeah?
Yeah, and then I've got 34.
And I've got 40.
And 40.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So I just added these in my head this time.
Okay.
so there's a bit of a thing there. So okay, let's see. so anybody could be the winner, really. Where are we? 60, 73, 100, 109. Okay, I'll double check this if there's a big debate on it. I've got Julia and Kasper very close. I've got Julia Amelia on 139, and I've got Kasper on 137. And then a big drop, and the others are all very close in third, but Julia Konarzewska is 109 in third.
Okay.
Let me double check my maths.
And the other two? Just so we know.
And the other two are 107 for Multan and 103 for Maya.
Okay.
103 for Maya.
Let me double check my head math there, just make sure that's good. Yeah. 50, 90.
Okay.
109, yeah.
So again, talking about the final score, Michał Multan, the first one, 107. Then Julia Smoczyńska, how many have you got?
139.
139. I've just recounted Kasper's on 134. I counted that wrong. 139 is definitely right.
But the second Julia Konarzewska.
109.
And Maya 103.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And last one.
Okay, the bilinguals.
Yeah. Helena. 27.
I have 37.
And I've got 43.
43.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Darren?
Darren, I've got 36.
And I've got 42.
And I've got 48.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then Angelica?
23.
23. And I've got 34.
And I've got 40.
40.
Okay.
Love, okay.
So you math people, you can add.
Get the old head going again. Yeah. Okay. That's 80. That's 107 for Helena. It is 48 and 42 should be. That's 90. That's 126 for Darren. And it is 74, 94, 97 for Angelica. So once again, 107 for Helena, 126 for Darren, and 97 for Angelica.
Okay. So Marcin, are we supposed to do one for each category? And then one overall winner for all categories?
I don't think we are going to have one winner. I think we are going to have
3 winners
each category. That's what we usually do. So, Marcin.
We've got 3 categories and
Mhm.
should have places 1 to 3 in each of them.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So the only thing is the tie we have for the lower primary for second and third.
Yeah, we have a tie for second, third, or second. So should we do it that way? We have a tie for second, then third?
Well,
or do we need to look at our individual scores?
you may decide on a tie and then decide that you do not give the third place.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and then have another one for third place.
No, no one for third place.
No, yeah.
No one for third place.
Okay. Well, the only other, I mean, the way to decide it could be who did you have as the winner between them of Maria and Marcel?
Okay.
Well, you also could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
I had Marcel. Was that Debbie had Marcel as well?
No, I had Maria.
You had Maria, okay. And it looks like Joanna had Maria as well, so we could say it's Maria because that was 2 against 1.
I've got Maria with 42 points and Marcel with 40.
Yeah. So do we say Maria as second place and Marcel as third place?
Yeah, I'm fine with everything really. Of course.
Let me just check again something. Maria.
Maria had a disadvantage too because her screen was small, wasn't it, for the beginning?
Yes, but for some of them, for me, sometimes their body language went down, and their general their body language went down because they weren't standing and they were sitting and
right, not being animated. That's true.
And they were, I realized that they had notes because when they're in person, there are no notes.
Yeah.
But some of them had notes, and so their eye contact wasn't to the audience.
Yeah, you're right. Some of them, I was noticing that.
So it kind of distracted because I think they were a little bit too maybe nervous or something or they didn't know it as well. I think I forgot who it was. I took notes. Somebody started.
Yeah, there's a few though. Helena was quite off screen, I found.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wasn't she? And you're right. There's a couple more who were kind of like dodgy eyes because they were looking backwards and forwards.
Yeah. But if in that first category though, let's see.
But in the first category, talking about secondary schools, I think that everything is rather clear because we've got Julia Smoczyńska with 139 points. Then we've got Kacper.
Yeah, those are clear. I mean,
134, right?
Yeah.
And the second Julia Konarzewska with 109 points.
Right.
So the problem is with the second category.
Yeah.
Because we've got Maximilian with the highest score, 133, and then we've got and there were just 4 participants, right? So in fact, we could try to award all of them, like giving 2 second ones, and the last person giving the third one. But I'm not very sure about.
If you like, but I mean, Susanna was fairly weak.
Yeah, she was weak.
Susanna was
Yeah. For me, it's really a question like whether we put Maria clear second or whether you say it's a tie.
I'm just looking at my notes for Maria.
So I would suggest not giving the third place. Then having Maximilian in the first place, and then Maria and Marcel in the second one. That's my suggestion.
Yeah, because I had for Marcel that he used his facial expressions a lot, but he was seated. And I thought that, in fact, for me, his speech was the most pessimistic, but his body language was equal to the pessimism.
Yes,
So
no, you're right.
like, oh, I don't know if it was on purpose, and it was like, wow, it's very heavy, you know?
Yeah. And he had that big heavy headpiece as well. They really reminded me of one of these panel experts on CNN or something they bring on like that.
Okay,
and his last sentence was,
he's got the lowest in my case as well. So then why don't we give him the third place?
Yeah. Okay.
Then Maximilian, the first one, Maria, the second one, and Marcel, the third.
Okay.
Okay. Good. I think he was just being Polish, actually. But yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. So how do we announce this, Marcin?
Okay, because so far I have heard about high schools, and with high schools, this is first place for Julia Smoczyńska, second place for Kacper Jasiński, and a third place for Julia Konarzewska. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
And then for primary, first place goes to Maximilian Bartusz. Second place, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Second place goes to Maria Grodzka.
Yes.
Third place goes to Marcel Kazimierkiewicz. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
So, and what about the bilinguals?
Darren, first place. Helena, second place. And Angelica, third place.
Okay. Good. Thanks. I was supposed to give the points as well or not? Maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think no.
But you want us to complete this each individually,
yeah,
and send it back to Anna, yeah?
Yeah, that would be perfect, because like if anything comes, we should be able to, to relate to this and show, look, this is the way that it has been done. It's transparent, right? So.
Okay.
And would any of you take honors to give the verdict?
I think Johanna.
Well, I think one of you should do this.
No.
Yeah.
No, the last time I came, I was the chair.
Okay, you know
so
what?
I'm voting you to be the chair.
Guys, let's make it this way. Let's make it this way. Everybody does one, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, there you go.
So Joanna does high schools and primary for David and bilingual for Debbie, okay?
Okay.
So can we get back to the meeting?
Okay.
Just a second,
Okay. And we say something like we have the honor to announce the first, second, third place.
Yeah, that's.
But no points, right?
No points. No points.
No points. Right.
Because then it leads like comparing and I don't think right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
giving the final results, I think we should start with the third place, right? So
okay, third place.
True.
Okay.
Okay. So can we get back?
That's a good idea. Okay, we can. So I stop share.
Hello, everybody. After the break, we do apologize for the slight delay. We were sure that we would be ready for 12, but seriously, you the participants of this contest, you've been so good that we needed some extra time to discuss the matters. But now that's the time for the verdict. So why don't we hear the verdict about of primary category, okay? And David, you need to unmute.
Okay, sorry for that. Yes, I was muted on the way in. Lovely. Okay, so it was very close, and I'd just like to say quickly, well done to Martin for hosting it so nicely as well. You got lovely, great energy for the competition. A quick round of applause for Martin, please. It's been fantastic. There you go. Okay, so it was very close, and we had to count these points several times, but we had pretty much a tie for second and third, but we had to just jolt it some way, and we got third place came in Marcel Kazmierkiewicz. Third with a very nice presentation. In second place was Maria Grodzka. Apologies for that. Okay. And the winner was Maximilian Bartusz. Well done, Maximilian.
Thank you very much. I'm really flattered and honored. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Well deserved. Very good.
Thank you.
And now over to, as far as I remember, we agreed Joanna Rączkiewicz, right?
Mm-hmm.
For high schools.
For high schools, yes. So again, for me, it was a great pleasure to be able to participate in this as one of the jury members. And you did really great job on talking to the contestants, the participants of this contest. It was really interesting what you said. All your ideas were great, well presented, okay? And well, we were impressed with the level of English that you have. So we decided to give the third place to Julia Konarzewska. The second goes to Kacper Jasiński. And the first one goes to Julia Smuczyńska. Congratulations. But as we said at the beginning, all of you.
Thank you so much. I'm having some internet problems because I'm in school, but it was an honor to participate in the competition, and congratulations to all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was our pleasure. And as I started saying, all of you are winners of this, right? Well, we had to choose the first three best ones. So that's we did, but we appreciate all of the performances. So thank you very much again, and congratulations to all of you.
Thanks a lot, Joanna. And now Debbie West will give us the results for the category of bilingual students.
I unmute. So first of all, I would love, as I say every year, I would love to have you as my own students because you're really, really great. You're better than some of my fifth-year university students. So that's really, really, so it's always a pleasure for me to hear you all, and I'm so impressed. So the results of the bilingual section in third place. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to say the names right, so I apologize in advance. My Polish is not very good. Angelica Edwards in third place. And then Helena Vichek in second place. And Darren Malgeri in first place. Congratulations to you all. And thank you for your energy, your content, your thoughts, and your speech skills that only will improve as you continue your studies. So congratulations to you all.
On behalf of IATEFL Poland, I would like to express my deepest thanks and great gratitude to Joanna Rączkiewicz and Debbie West and David Fisher, our fantastic jury. I would also like to thank Małgorzata Bukowska-Ulatowska, the Vice President of IATEFL Poland, whose main interest was to make this contest better and better with every year. And I would like to thank with the whole my heart to all the participants and all the teachers who took time, and you, dear young, fantastic people, you took a lot of time to compile your ideas, to train for this. And you know what? This is a huge investment. It's a huge investment in your own development, in your own future. So I would like to thank you all. I would like to thank all the guests that we've had today. And it's a great pleasure. And I'm sure for all the teachers who are here, you, dear students, you are a huge inspiration, because your abilities and your achievements make us feel that we are doing the good job, and make us feel that we want to teach in a more and more innovative way. Now, for the end of our contest, I would like to once again invite Małgorzata Bukowska-Ulatowska, if you are here with us, Małgosia.
Thank you, Marcin. I think so many thank yous have already been said, and congratulations. So I just want to say once again, thank you to the jury for your hard work under the pressure of time. Thank you, Marcin, for hosting us and dealing with all the technical issues, and all the participants and the teachers who worked with you. You were absolutely great. And I will just say, let's treasure this experience, and let's meet next year at our next public speaking competition. See you all there. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Keep up the good work, huh?
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Well done, everybody. Thank you.
All the
Goodbye, everybody.
competitors.
Goodbye.
Thank you very much. See you all next year, hopefully.
Dear students, the office of IATEFL Poland will contact you and contact your teachers as well, okay? Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
You too.